Okay, so we're going to do a quick rundown of the M27 phase plasma rifle in the 40-watt range, manufactured 2020. So what we have here is a couple of years worth of labor. Anyway, so the whole idea of the thing is there's a propane cylinder that is firmly attached with an ignition source right on the trigger, a piezoelectric sparker. And what's going to happen is about 10 Mississippis, half click, the fuel will travel down the tube around and then pass into a through fitting, which goes into the combustion chamber. The combustion chamber is made of 3/16 polycarbonate. I tried acrylic, but it's just too darn fragile. The end caps are 3/4 inch polycarbonate. Now the barrel is an 1/8 inch polycarbonate. Same thing, tried acrylic. Boy, that just did not end well. I designed the barrel as a bullpup design. You get a much longer barrel that way. And the barrel ends about 1/3 of the way back. That's another piece of 3/4 inch polycarbonate tubing with a stopper screen in there to prevent debris, projectiles, whatever, from actually entering the combustion chamber. No gas enters the forward part. The gas ignites in here and then exits through the barrel, forcing the self-igniting mortar shells to go at a high rate of speed. What we also have is a customized pressure gauge with a trip needle in it. And I found that with 8 to 10 Mississippis of fuel, I usually get cranked up to about 70 or 80 PSI. I'm pretty sure my trip gauge is accurate. That's pretty good. As you can see, I'm getting a little bit of discoloration from the backflow of the igniting gases, but you know, hey man, it's worth the price. Worth the price. What else do we have here? Oh, we have some shoulder strap mounts for your carrying pleasure. And another one on the forward. All brass, copper. We have retractable bipod legs with ambidextrous handholds. So this is a righty or a lefty short barreled rifle. Every piece in here is all custom made. Hardwood, oak, and then we've got real live brass and copper and more brass and more brass and brass and copper and more oak and more oak. And a custom made brass shell for the standard camp stove propane. Now what's going to happen once the combustion chamber is filled with propane, it's a pretty good mix, like I say, about 8 Mississippis. And then once you give the final click on the trigger, the piezoelectric starter will give a spark, which will ignite the gas right here in this part of the tube. You continue to hold the trigger and it will force that spark to ignite the gas as it goes all the way down and travels around the tubes. And then that initial spark, which will be about, I don't know, 1.5 inches, 2 inches long, will finally enter the combustion chamber where it goes boom. And then it will force your projectile out. I'll show you that in a minute. I'll put the camera down. And that's about it. So, well, let's kick some tires, light some fires, huh? Okay, so we're going to do this, I'll edit it up a little bit so we get some slow motion. Maybe I'll even fire it twice. That way you can see it first regular and then in slow motion. So here we go. We're going to count down 8 Mississippis. We're going to dry fire with no projectile because, well, duh, we're indoors. reasonably safe, and the wife isn't home, so I think I'm in good shape. 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000, 5 1,000, 6 1,000, 7 1,000, 8 1,009. Okay, once more at a different speed. 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000, 5 1,000, 1,000. Okay, well, my goodness, I would say that's a fairly successful test. So that is the fully completed M27 phase plasma rifle in the 40-watt range, and as promised. So anyway, we have our custom-made projectiles here in the Easy Bandolier. And the fuse is hot, and they can be loaded just like that. Plunk it all the way down. I don't want to load it because, well, then I'd have to fire it. So I'm getting about 150, 200 feet range out of these old bad boys. Helps if you clip it in. And there we go. Let's go wabbit hunting. Ah.